Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Um, this is gonna be another live commentary. I just got on the charts, so yeah, bias pretty mixed right now. We're in a two-day gap. That's kind of a weird time frame, but I've been heavily rejecting this 4-hour external SMT. Right now we're just kind of chopping around. We've got triple equal lows though. Right here. So I'm definitely gonna have to see what price does first, because this is kind of extremely indecisive. Can't really make out a bias from there. If we want to go lower, obviously these triple equal lows and then this external low would be my PY. And if we want to go higher, this engineered liquidity, and I think also there's a high chance of us going even higher to this 4-hour gap. Yeah, maybe even higher. Let's see what the overnight sessions did. Yeah, basically just chopped around. 260 points, not really a big expansion there. Can kind of see both ways playing out again. I already wanted to see higher prices yesterday. Ended up kind of more or less dumping down though. So again, I think I'd expect higher prices, but I can definitely see both playing out, because these equal lows are a pretty strong draw. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be patient and then wait what price tells me. Alright, so seems like we're gonna be taking out these first, which I don't mind. Pretty likely that we're gonna go down all the way. Also, I just took a loss on my Lucerne Alpha. I actually just took the worst trade of all time. I shorted, and I didn't actually realize that it already swept. I think I shorted like down here, but I didn't actually realize that it already swept them. That's just completely my bad. Doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna start spiraling. I set a limit for one trade a day. They are both at max payout basically. So like if I win the same amount, or if I win the next two, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, just so you guys see that. So right now I am basically just kind of seeing what price wants to do. Not interested in any entry right now. I just kind of want to see how price evolves till we hit 10 a.m. Yeah. Also, one thing to mention right now, ES is a lot higher than NES right now. We've already swept these highs. No, can't even see it. These highs right here. Well, NES hasn't even swept these internal highs, so that's one thing to be aware about. But obviously we have this SMT down here, so yeah, I don't think price should go lower from here. If it does, we're probably just gonna take out this. Maybe hit this 4-hour down here. I think that's a daily. Oh, never mind. Well, we're gonna see what price wants to do, but yeah, I am pretty bullish from here on. I also want to see if this 15-minute can close bullish to create a rejection block. Could be something to target or to include. We got 10 a.m. in 1.5 minutes. Maybe manipulate down, tap into the 15-minute, get a rejection block up. I'd like to see something like that. We are already getting a pretty bullish reaction out of it though, and we have created this 1-minute rejection block. I'm not going to take this just simply because we are close to 10 a.m. I think this could be something that could play out though, if we weren't that close to 10 a.m. But yeah, I'm not going to take a trade right before 10 a.m. just simply because 10 a.m. tends to reverse and tends to manipulate first. So I'm going to keep being patient. As I said, still, what would be nice to see is I tap into this 15-minute rejection block and then get a rejection block with 10 a.m. out of it. Alright, so 10 a.m. just open. We haven't quite tapped it yet. Before I take this trade, I do want to see it get tapped. Yeah, I'd take the risk of missing out on this if this comes out bullish, to be honest. Just simply because I do want this 15-minute to get hit first. This 15-minute rejection block. Oh, never mind. Okay, we just hit it. I'm not necessarily interested in shorts right now. I don't even know if I would even take this, if I would look for shorts. I don't think so. We did have the manipulation up, so that's fine, but it's not really done anything. Haven't tapped into like any PDRA. This 1 minute is still untapped up there. So yeah, even if I would be looking for shorts, I don't think this would be a trade I'd take. This could be a picture perfect 10 a.m. AMD right here. Well, not AMD, it's more like just manipulation distribution down to this 15-minute rejection block. What I'm looking for right now is a push above, and then some retrace back to 10 a.m. and then go higher from there. Yeah, definitely seems like we want to go higher. But even if you took this, technically, your break even should have been the 15-minute rejection block, or at least trade to the last high. So like, even if you took this, this is like, from here on, it should be 4.5 points risk, which is like nothing. So this is the good thing about this thread. Even if you aren't correct, you can minimize your risk very, very well. And yeah. And then again, if you lose, it's just kind of part of the game. You're not always going to be correct. Sometimes you're just off. So that's just part of the game. But as I said, I do want to see price go higher a bit, and then best case scenario, we align OTE with 10 a.m. and then I just long it. And in this case, I don't really, don't really want to see price stick around 10 a.m. right now. I want to see a bit more manipulation. And then if we create a fair value gap, I would be down to long this. I'd rather have it be an OTE, to be honest, or at least like discount, because this is, yeah, this is kind of cooked. All right. Yeah, I don't like to see that, to be honest. Really, really don't like to see that. I'm gonna have to see what I do from here. I'm just gonna keep waiting for a bit. As I said, not really interested in short. Price isn't really sure where it wants to go either, it seems like. So yeah, just gonna keep waiting till we get like a clear up breakout, kind of. So one possible confluence in this case would be this 5 minute CISD. Obviously, we'd have to wait for the 5 minute to close, but this could help us kind of. Then we would have this 1 minute order block, and obviously, yeah, this is looking pretty rough though. I'm gonna have to keep waiting because price is just fucking about too much for now. And in this case, I think I've mentioned it in my 10 a.m. video as well. It's just better to wait. You're just gonna keep getting manipulated out. It's just like that some days. Not really a whole lot you can do against that. Sometimes it just kind of chops around 10 a.m. for a while until it actually decides where it wants to go. Yeah, and in these cases, you just gotta stay disciplined and not just take some bullshit setup. Like I'd rather miss a 10 a.m. tap with just pure chop around it than just kind of take any 10 a.m. There's not really anything high quality right here, as you can see. It's just wicks into every direction. Zero gaps, no confluences. So yeah, please, if you see shit like this, just wait for a proper breakout, wait for gaps to get created, wait for price to decide a direction. And one thing I want to mention as well, obviously you can see the 4 hours looking absolutely fucking horrendous. So you kind of have to expect shit like this coming into the day. We've been extremely indecisive for 21 hours now, so yeah, it's better to just kind of wait till we get a proper manipulation. This could be one of them. I'd have to see strong closes and kind of good distribution. And then I'd be down to take it, but like, see, this is just again the same shit. Kind of pushes up, leaves big wicks, goes down, and this is like it could go on for hours for all we know. So just wait till we get a better distribution and don't get stuck in this chop. Yeah, this could be like a very, very similar example to the one I showed you in my 10 a.m. video, where it just chopped around the entire time. Then we properly manipulated up and then came back down. Yeah, we're gonna see. And again, we just opened another 15 minute, and this seems to be working out, I think. But like, this is just nowhere near a valid rejection block. Price has genuinely done nothing. So again, I'd rather miss a setup like this than kind of just take this, to be honest. Me personally. We just swept this low again. Gonna be seeing what we do from here if we do want to take out this external low. That could be a great opportunity for longs, but that wouldn't even be a necessity for me. It seems like we're gonna sweep that out. I'm gonna see what we do from there. Still gonna be looking for longs because after we sweep this, there's like zero reason for me we should go lower. Yeah, so definitely gonna be looking for longs after this. Alright, brilliant. So now we actually came close to it, bro. Came close to it, edged it, didn't sweep it. That's exactly what I did not want to see. Yeah, the chance that we just leave equal lows are pretty low. Yeah, but I'm gonna see. We have seen this before, but I'm gonna see how price evolves. If we just kind of want to leave that low right there, kind of is whatever. Gonna wait and see what 10 a.m. does. See if we manipulate above it, and then kind of go from there. Yeah, we are rejecting that level pretty extreme. Don't think we're actually gonna come back up. So I'm gonna be looking to long somewhere to these equal highs. We actually have loads of them stacked up. It's kind of insane. I'm gonna see if I can find any entry with 10 a.m. 5 minute rejection block down here, but I don't really want to see price come back down this far, to be completely honest. Again, I need a proper manipulation above, and then maybe kind of just long it with a gap aligned. Could get a 15-minute order block and engulfing as well. So that would be a nice confluence to add to it. But yeah, I'm gonna be staying patient. I'm gonna force a trade because obviously this leg's pretty overextended. I haven't really seen any kind of balancing in it, so I'm gonna keep staying patient. Again, this is a very similar scenario. I'd never take this 10 a.m. short, even though we left equal lows. Simply because there's like nothing to take this off of. It's just simply 10 a.m. We have no actual valid rejection block. We have no, as I said, PRA to go off of. So this would kind of, in my opinion, just be a shot in the dark. I'd want to see a retrace to then go higher. Yeah, I'm still not really looking to short this. It seems like we are getting a push up. Honestly, if we kind of manipulate a bit higher, I'd take this. Because of kind of the higher time frame PRAs we have here, the 15-minute order block and engulfing, or CIC, whatever. But I still do want to see a bit higher manipulation than this, but ideally price doesn't sweep out any major highs before. But even if it kind of takes out this, we have like all these equal highs up there. So, yeah, not what I want to see. It's already tapped 10 a.m. Might just go from here, but honestly, I'm not trying to take this. This is again just kind of in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, this is looking kind of cooked. Already kind of tapped 10 a.m. and just went up right before putting in the 15-minute. Yeah, maybe we can get a 5-minute gap here. Still not looking too bad. I guess we can kind of see it get re-swept and then go from there. But yeah, high probability that it just absolutely rips from here. Again, if we can put in a 5-minute gap, I'd still be taking this, but yeah, we're gonna have to see. Alright, so we got like 40 seconds left on the 5-minute. This seems to be holding. Gonna be taking this trade right there. So confluences for this would be this 15-minute order block, 15-minute CISD, 5-minute gap. Oh wow, this didn't actually tap it. Okay, that's interesting. That's pretty good for us. So yeah, gonna set a limit here, and um, target's obviously, well, draw more than target. Like all these are highs up here, but I don't really need to take it this high. These highs would be more than enough for me. So I'm gonna wait and see if we do get filled. And probably gonna be taking my limit off if we just kind of rip through these without retracing. That would kind of be the point for me where I don't think I'd be comfortable in taking longs anymore. This isn't quite in premium or on discount, but just because we have this gap here, I think this shouldn't matter too much. Alright, so we are getting a retrace right now. See if we can get filled here. Again, this isn't quite premium or discount, I mean, but I don't really care. We've got a lot of confidences lined up. This is also in kind of OT in this 5-minute gap. Again, 15-minute order block, 15 minutes CISD. Swept internal liquidity, rallied up, so I think this is a pretty good trade if we do get filled. Well, guess we're just fucking ripping from here. 70-point candle out of nowhere. Didn't even tap the 5-minute. I mean, it is what it is. Like, if these get hit, I'm just off the charts. I don't really care that much. Shouldn't care. Alright, so we're just absolutely ripping for no reason, which is quite interesting. Just ripped 100 points in the last 2 candles. Not quite sure off of what. But if these equal lows get hit, I'm off the charts. We haven't tapped the 5-minute yet, so this would technically still be valid for me if it comes back down. It is now in premium, so in discount as well. Never mind, not quite, but as I said, I don't really care about that much in this case. So yeah. I mean, I'm not quite sure if there's news or anything right now. What the fuck is going on? 130 points. Well, if we would come back now, this is now actually in discount. So yeah, as I said, if it's these triple equal highs, I'm just off. If it comes back down and fills me, that would be good as well. Alright, so we took out the first high. Might be retracing from here. We do have an SMT, but the most prominent low one yet hasn't been swept. So I'd still consider this valid if we come back. Yeah, still, I don't really see why price should go lower than this, so this is still a valid trade for me. Also, what kind of would invalidate it is if we sweep this high on ES. This is a very strong prominent high, and I see price retracing or reversing from there. So if that gets hit, or just these equal highs, I'm just off the chart, which is fine. But then I'm gonna stay patient and see if we get filled. So also, if you guys are confused how I use my FIP here, this whole leg is still unbalanced for me. If we draw it out from the bottom to kind of the recent high, we see this retrace, but nowhere near premium, which means we can't just draw it out from here to here, because this whole leg is still unbalanced. So the way I use my FIP here is still the entire leg, and yeah, just to kind of clarify how I used it here. Yeah. All right. So fuck this. I'm off the chart. Seems like it's just gonna be respecting this 5-minute gap, and I'm gonna take out all my DLs. We're close to it on ES as well, so I will be hopping off the chart and enjoying the weather. Remember, guys, there's always a next day. Don't blow your shit on some shit day, just because, I don't know, you want to take a trade, you want to force a trade. Always trade for the next day, and this is also what I'm gonna do here. I didn't get filled. That's fine. We'll go again tomorrow. So yeah, don't be stupid, guys. See you in the next video. Also, I'll show you guys the P&L. Obviously, there's nothing to see. All on 0. Also, they had an update trade copy, and now you can see like the symbols. That's kind of sick. But yeah, obviously, as I showed you at the beginning, took a absolutely retarded trade on them, and just lost a bit on that. But that's fine. That's kind of how winning days can go. Yeah, but other than that, nothing changed here. So I will be hopping off the chart, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.